Welcome back to Hours Mice, guys, and today is part 2 of our baseball training backyard facility. And we got some pretty cool things right here. This is one of them in this box, so let's get it open. The Ram that if you saw the video,
subs. Speaking of which, like and subscribe underneath. Come on now.
Welcome back, guys, and like I said, this is just another average mic, and today is part 2 of our building our baseball training facility as best we can, right? All DIY stuff. Kids are already playing with the I shouldn't say playing, they're training with the equipment that we made in the first video, which was that pitching mound. It's not quite done yet, but the first video it is done. We're kind of jumping ahead here, but and we also have our pitching target down there, which they're trying to better their pitching abilities and throwing, really, just general throwing abilities. So today we're going to open this guy up. This is our batting cage, something I bought on Amazon. Got pretty good reviews. It was kind of, you know, you can't please everybody on Amazon. Some people think that they, you know, should get the world for what the price they're paying. This I think was $300. Should be 30 by like 12 or 13 feet wide. So we'll see how it does. We also have something that we got earlier. It was already purchased. We used it a couple times, but we'll bring that out as well. So stay tuned for that. It's another piece to this whole training facility that let's just say we needed the batting cage to use it. So let's go ahead, unbox this thing, see how long it takes to put it up, and see what we like about it. So let's go. All right, guys, so here's our instructions here for this setup. Links in the description below if we end up liking it and you guys want to do it. So just showing you basically how to, I guess, how it's supposed to look, and you're supposed to go off of that. So we do have pictures of the poles and the stakes, so let's just go for it, I guess. We do have a big bundle of, I'm guessing this is the main cage here. You got our two sets of poles, and then I'm guessing this is the end. I think the end does come off. You can see here there's no, oh no, there is a net there, but I think one of the sides comes off if wanted, so that's probably what that is. And they're playing with the box, so let's go ahead and start pulling this apart a little further and see if we can get it going. The kids' help here, we were able to get our 4 poles pretty much in. We had to first lay it out, as you saw, and then we had to flip it around because I believe, again, instructions don't really show you much, but I believe these pieces have to be up top, so where the pole, you know, the net's hanging down below it. So I flipped it around, and the tough ones are going to be the ends here, because they do have you know, a length of a belt, or I don't know what you call a strap, that runs along the bottom. So trying to get that, you know, the peg or the stick is a lot longer than that, because it has to come up and around. So it's a little more challenging. The middle ones seem to went in pretty well, pretty easily. And yeah, so we had the same thing back here. On this end, the net for the back of it is already attached. and that's because I don't believe that's removable, whereas that one over there is. And one of the reasons why I bought this one is because that is removable, and if I wanted to, wasn't sure if how 30 feet, obviously with Little League pitching mound to home plate is 46 feet, so plus you want a little bit of room, right? So 30 feet's a little short, but I'm not 100%, I wasn't ready to pull trigger on a second one, but I could if I wanted to, because I would just take the end cap, leave the end cap off of this, and a second one would come, you know, and attach that way. Not, you know, we're gonna see how it works and see the quality of this one before I go and buy a second one. Even buying a second one, that would put us around $600, and if that would give us a 60 foot by 13 foot, and that's, you know, that's plenty. And any batting cages of that size are more than $600. Even just buying the net is expensive. So I still think we're sitting at a good deal, even if we do buy a second one to, again, attach to this one. But I'm gonna go, obviously, try not to do that, see what this looks like. If I'm thinking, if a batter's sitting back there hitting it, even with his end cap off, pitcher being outside of the cage with that big net there blocking the pitcher, for the most part it should cover that area. If it does come out, it would hit that. I mean, there might be a few that come out, but you know, we'll hit something back there. So I'm not concerned about that. I was concerned more about foul balls going back, you know, balls shooting to the side. If they're only coming out here, and again, you'll have that net there, maybe we'll rig up something else instead of a second cage. But if we wanted to do a second cage, we could. So one of the reasons why I went with a cage like this is because of cost. So I know there's I've watched a few reviews or videos of other cages, people doing it by themselves, or doing like a homemade one. I've seen one where using like fence top rails with connectors, you know, and then you can make really whatever size you want. That was all great, but if you add up all those all that piping actually has gotten pretty expensive. I think when he did that review, those top rails were like 10 bucks a piece. Now they're like 20 bucks a piece. Those connectors are like $15 a piece, and you need a lot of them, and calculating it all out, you're over $700-800 just in that. And that's for a I think 40 or 50 foot cage, and that doesn't include the net. So and the net, like I said, if you go ahead and go on Amazon, they're expensive, especially a net that big. So I didn't go that route. I looked at just doing like a 4x4, you know, makeshift frame using pressure treated wood, and even that was super expensive. This got pretty good reviews. There are some like this that got bad reviews. The couple reviews that this one got was actually not too bad. There was one actually, again, the link in the description below for this. There's one review that I know is like a legit review, because he showed a video of him pitching to his son in it, and you know, it was he said it was good. It was good for what it was, and you know, you're not going to put a major leaguer in there, or even a high school kid, maybe, you know, might not be enough for him. He had a little league son, which seemed to, they liked it. One other reason why I put it all the way back here is because back here we do get pretty crazy winds. Back here is kind of, you know, blocked by trees, or surrounded by trees. I don't think back here gets that bad with the winds. The trees block it pretty well. Hoping that, you know, wind doesn't really mess with this too much. Hopefully. But either way, if I'm thinking those stakes that they give you aren't the best, they don't go down too far. My soil is pretty loose for the most part. So those stakes, I'm not sure is going to do too much. I might have to go and buy. I like using those dog, the dog mounts to like tie your dog to. It has the like spiral that spirals down or twists down into the ground, kind of like a beach umbrella holder thing. We use that for a trampoline. Trampoline's never moved. That and ratchet straps. So we'll see how it is. You know, we'll see how it is with the wind. If I feel like, or even before the wind, if I feel like it's not going to be strong enough, then, you know, we'll address that. But all right, so kids went in for lunch. I'm going to need all of them to kind of help me boost this thing up, but that's the next step. And we'll start staking down the sides, and it should be up and running. So let's go take care of that. We are back here. It has actually been months since I last did this video. The previous, when we set it up, that was sometime around March. It is now almost August. I think tomorrow is August. So this thing went through basically a whole spring season of baseball, and we used the heck out of it. We basically realized that if we're able to help time the pitching to my oldest son and my younger son, he's still in coach pitch, he's sitting over there, he's going in the kid pitch this season. We realized if we timed it or got him seeing the ball right before a game, he did a lot better. And actually, he really probably doesn't even need that anymore. We've been hitting pretty well, but we still do it anyway. I have a bucket of balls that I'll just you know, use the machine over here, and he will, you know, it's about 25 or so balls, and if he does well, he gets to finish, and we'll head to the game. If not, we'll do maybe another round. But it definitely helps, and this is part of the reason why. So this is the mechanical version of a pitching machine, and this is the Lousiville Slugger, the Black Flame one. They do have a blue flame. I don't think it goes as fast as the Black Flame does. This thing can do up to, I believe, 48 miles an hour, and it just launches the ball, and you know, they're doing pretty good. I'll show you real quick. But basically, this thing can also do pop-ups and grounders, although in the grass grounders, you know, doesn't do that well. But the pop-ups also, it's kind of weird. Honestly, we just stick to the batting with this pitching, and because it's kind of awkward, not awkward, but it's time consuming to kind of switch. There's a couple settings that you need to switch to get it to, you know, toss up or to, you know, throw it on the ground. But for the other two, I realized, actually a friend had told me that if you're not very confident with the bat, you know, hitting pop-ups with the bat or hitting grounders with the bat, you can just use a tennis racket, and we'll show you that in a little bit. So let's get started. We're gonna slow it down for the little guy here. I think he usually does around 30, what do you want to do, Rye Guy? 34, 32, 32. But my older son will crank it up to pretty much the size it goes, 46. So I'll show you this real quick. This batting cage has been awesome. Haven't had any issues other than, you know, trying to mow around it and weed whack around it. But and we did leave this net off the front so that we could get the full, you know, 46 feet back for this thing, or as far back as it needed to go. And we just put this net here to kind of block most of what comes out. Usually it's only the line drives are what come out, and you know, if it does, it just goes and hits the fence back there, so it's not a big deal. Tying it to the posts here, if you have something to tie to instead of going to the ground, is a lot better than just using the stakes. We do have some stakes here, but I am considering, because that works out so well, I am considering putting poles up here to kind of, so I can tie it to them And the two reasons: one, a pole would secure it better, but also it would bring the string line up, so when you're mowing you don't have to remove these stakes. Right now I have to kind of, you know, remove them, and if it wasn't for these ones here and in the back, this thing would fall over. But because they're there, when I remove these, it doesn't really fall over. It's not great, but it doesn't fall over. I had to put them back. But if there was a pole here, I could just weave back around the pole, mow around the pole, and not have to worry about the string it getting in the way. So that would be nice. But yeah, so let's go ahead, get this kid rolling. I'm gonna have to move this up a little bit for him, because I don't think the 32 or 34 goes this far. So we'll have to slide it up or make him come towards me, but we'll see. Hey. Hey. There you go. Sit. Ready? So as you saw, younger son, he did 32, I think, and then we adjusted it for 46 or 48 for my older son. What's nice about this is that it kind of, one, our balls kind of got, we used it so much that those Dick's balls kind of got a little out of round, unfortunately, so I might have to buy some better balls here. But what is nice, even when they are in good, the balls are good round wise, this kind of does, it puts it in the strike zone, but maybe a little higher one time, a little bit lower the next time, side to side. It all depends. Obviously you're putting your foot down on here and it's wobbling a little bit, but it does put it pretty close. Occasionally you have the, you know, inside or outside too far, which is good because they'll look at it and maybe see it as a ball in that swing. But this thing has really been a great addition to our training facility, and definitely would recommend it. Link down in the description below to Amazon where you can purchase it. Yeah, as well. So now what we're going to do to end this video, so I'm just going to show you real quick how, I'm not even going to get into this thing, you know, throwing pop-ups and doing grounders. You can do the same thing with a $10 to $20 tennis racket, whether you get it on Marketplace or get it at the store. It's usually the cheaper ones are still like 15 bucks or something. So yeah, so I'm just going to show you real quick, hitting a few pop-ups. Sometimes people don't believe me that this can actually do a pretty good job, so we'll do some pop-ups and some grounders and then end this video. Hey, there you go. Got it? Yeah. All right. Ready? Ready, right, guys? We're gonna go far. Or not. Yay! There you go. Nice. Charge it, charge it. So guys, as you can see, simple tennis racket, $10, $15, even if you're not a pro at doing those cherry bombs and smacking the ball out in the outfield, tennis racket will do pretty much the same thing. And this Lousiville Slugger here has been kind of a godsend on the cheap side. It's been great. So, you know, I definitely recommend this. More so for the pitching than anything else, but it does do those other things. You know, just a little cumbersome for something that, like I said, just a tennis racket can do. So, or if you're good with the bat, you hit it with the bat. So, yeah, so everything that we did today, including the batting cage, this Lousiville Slugger Black Flame edition. I won't put the tennis racket, but all those links will be down below, where I got them, how much, you know, it's, the batting cage was on Amazon. This also, I believe, is on Amazon. So we did, for those of you that have a Dick's nearby, for baseballs, we did find that we bought these. I wouldn't say they were cheap. They were like 60 bucks for a bucket of balls, I think. And after a season, those things were so out of round, it wouldn't even let this thing throw straight. So we ended up purchasing a new bucket of balls. We went with the Rawlings 12U official baseball. We'll see if that's any better. These were a little bit more. These were about 120 bucks. You can usually find some kind of coupon or something at Dick's to get these a little bit cheaper, but 120 bucks. And I'll post the link to this down below as well. Hopefully these last a little longer, but like these just came in, so. But those Dick's ones didn't last too long. So, yeah. So if you like this video, you may want to go check out the other video where we built the pitching mound and the pitching target. That's been helpful as well. Whenever I can get the kids out there, they go and they can kind of practice pitching and all that. So yeah, we're continuing with our facility here at my house. So and it's been very, very helpful for both of my sons, and it will be for my daughter as well. So that is pretty much it for now. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Comment down below if you have any comments or questions. I do try to answer them, but you know, I can't get to everybody's, fortunately. If you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, it would really help us out. And we do giveaways every once in a while. So if you're subscribed and hit us up on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, you'll get insider info on everything we do here. As well as any subscriber giveaways and stuff we usually do. We usually do post those on Instagram before they go out. So until then, guys, check out the links below. Go build your kids some things and go have fun, right? Just even an average Mike can do it. So go ahead and give it a whirl. All right, guys, until next time, I'll see ya.